ready?
Mike Coleman
Right.
in
5.
Oh, snap.
Double recycled audio podcast intro.
Man, we are making it happen. We are not in Hustle City. We are in the sticks.
Undisclosed.
East Wichita.
Yeah, we're in, East Wichita.
East Wichita. Yeah.
We literally just used our previous introduction from an old recorded podcast because we are standing in the woods.
Because we can't get internet.
Yep. We're recording live, guys.
There's been sound coming from our 6 o'clock in the woods for like about a good 2 or 3 minutes. It's like random, like sticks cracking. I'm pretty sure we might see a Chewbacca sighting. Sasquatch, I mean.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra, Chewbacca, Sasquatch, Bigfoot. I don't know anymore.
Rodents of
Welcome to
unusual
Hustle
size.
City. Hustle on Hustlers.
Not-
Add us on, like us on, I need my notebook. iTunes. It's October 12th, 2013. Oh, God.
Okay, this
Twitter.
is the Shivering Podcast. You warm up a second. Here, let
Yeah,
me handle
geez.
this.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
go-
kind of just, I'm
You're
getting
dancing.
in rhythm.
Go run a
So I got
lap.
the music in my
So
head.
hit us up on iTunes. Subscribe to the show.
Rate and review while you're there.
You know,
Yeah.
be honest with it, boys. I mean, there's a couple 5-star reviews, but you know,
Let's
my
be
mom
honest.
can only do it a couple of times
Hey,
in her house.
hey guys, let's be honest. That was us. Hey, I'm not just
I think I haven't written it yet. I need to get on there.
I'm not
That's the
just
one thing I
sure.
haven't done.
I'm HIV positive.
Subscribe.
I'm not just sure. I'm HIV positive.
It's very nice. Yeah,
The
and
HIV coming
so
back with a vengeance.
so we are in the middle of the woods. Not all of us might survive this, so we'll find out as the show progresses.
Coconut Matt, what do you think about the woods?
I think I'm gonna stay out of this one, boys.
Yeah, that's good.
Coconut didn't bring his mystery machine.
He's on ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go trip over here, guys. I'll see you in about 4
Yeah,
or 5
so-
hours.
So we're at our kind of our underground compound. Don't try and trick us in and ask us where it is. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah.
The
Don't tread
It
on
really
us.
is.
we come out and we come out every year. The Hustle City crew. And we make apple butter.
Yeah.
Which is pretty delicious. If you don't know what apple butter is, it's a bunch of fucking apples.
Yep.
And
you
a
put
huge
it-
cauldron.
They're heated up over a period of 12 hours.
It's
and
apples.
slowly beaten into submission until they agree to be apples.
With a giant 30-pound paddle that maybe more than 30 pounds.
That was used
Take some efforts.
in the Argo of Jason the Argonauts fame.
So
The- And it's basically, if you wanted just an easy description of it, it's pretty much applesauce on steroids, basically.
Word.
A little spicier, a little more cinnamon, a little more.
Actually, this year it's really cinnamony. I was mentioning that. Apparently, they put cinnamon sticks as opposed
No,
to...
they always use cinnamon sticks.
Well,
though.
for whatever reason.
it was super cinnamon.
It was-
They
the
frown
wife,
on the cinnamon.
the wife almost threw up because she.
I
hates
like it. I
cinnamon.
think it tastes really
She's
good.
not a cinnamon
See,
fan.
That's rough.
I think we must have put the cinnamon in a little earlier in the cooking. Or at
Sorry,
least a
Mom.
little
Don't
bit
hold it
before the
against
end.
her.
I like it. I think it's good. I liked it. I think it was a good batch this year. I think we're getting better
It's
every
good.
year.
It's
Just
just-
like this
it's just
podcast.
really
I think we're
cinnamon.
getting better every podcast. I think we're getting better every apple butter.
Totally.
It's the thing with the apple butter. It's such like it's a niche thing. You know, it's not really. People aren't getting. You know, you're not seeing everybody springing up with apple butter.
The next time you fart on the podcast.
Yeah, stop being.
That's hilarious.
being it.
Well, if you're lucky, and I probably will be, it's going to be in about 30 seconds.
So we were talking about
been a rough
trying to find the legendary recording rock in the oasis of the
East Wichita.
woods back out here in East Wichita.
Yeah, we're in the. Yeah, I mean,
Legends
really.
have it. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Legends have it that this stone was in the middle of the woods somewhere, and it's surrounded by 4 seat-like stones with a slot for our recorder. It's the midst.
slot.
Yes.
This is the famed rock of the very first podcast.
They say when the perfect group and perfect podcast comes and meets it, that it'll be joyous occasion, and the heavenly host will sing on high.
They will leap and dance.
Yes. Fairies will gather.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of fairies,
Speaking of fairies, how's your rugby game today, Sugar?
Oh, dude, we absolutely got fucked in the ass. It was so much fun.
oh,
It was just great.
Speaking
It
of
was
fairies.
fantastic. We lost 29-10. We got a red card because one of our.
You can get red cards in rugby?
Yeah, yellow and red.
Whoa.
So a yellow card is.
Is yellow worse than red?
No, red's expelled from the game. Your team plays.
Can you
man
get
down,
green
just like
cards in
soccer.
rugby?
You have to play because no one's from America. Yellow cards 10 minutes in the sin bin, which is
that's pretty
it's
nice.
kind of the penalty
That's
box.
hot.
Go stand.
Do you play one man short?
Yeah,
That's kind
for 10 minutes, or I guess until they score. I'm not really sure how it works out.
Oh,
Don't really
sweet.
explain
That was
to you.
juicy.
Yeah, that wasn't even
Wonder if
me.
the-
I was wanting to.
Wonder if the recorder
All right, I did
picked
it.
that one up.
I hope it did. It was.
Next time you grab a recorder and get it set.
Put it right up to your booty.
That's terrible radio.
The farting podcast.
So I didn't know you could actually get because usually they're pretty respectful rugby players, kind of in general.
Internationally, you
I
know.
mean, it's
So
a
what
pretty.
happened-
Not
It's
when,
a pretty.
it's such a
douchebag.
rivalry like
The
this one.
douchebag team we played. So there's like a huge stigma with this team. They once had a tournament called the Fuck the Bombers tournament.
And what's your team name?
The Ramblers. But the tournament,
Okay.
they invited everybody around except for the Bombers. Like, they're kind of hated. Mostly because of their old boys and their organization. We don't like them. They're not...
Are you pro bomber or anti bomber?
I like the kids. I just don't like... I don't like the organization, the
the
coaches.
establishment.
I believe in the art of rugby. Like the art of every sport.
Like the art of boxing.
Yeah, it's especially a gentleman's thing. Like it was, they had a kid. They also helped coach Lindenwood University. One of their kids like spit in one of our players' faces. And
What?
I know that like if anybody did that, like it's obviously reprehensible. But I don't think their organization does anything to deter that kind of activity. Like they don't think you'd be like,
They're
hey, that was
pro
an asshole
to
move. Don't
spitting
ever do
people.
that again. No, they're not pro. They just don't do anything to prevent it. So
curb
these
that,
kids who are really good, fucking run
nonsense.
wild.
Right, now we've just walked to a creepier part of the woods, which I think is very unnecessary, and I'm stopping right here. I'm not going a foot further.
I'm
You
going.
want to find the rock?
We're trying to find
The legendary.
There's a clearing. There's a clearing here. Ah! No. Oh, we're okay. We're okay.
Where are you going?
Yeah. Oh.
You gotta go right, bro.
That's the path. The moon's
So we're
as your phone.
navigating through the woods.
It's just a little less locally.
I'm sorry. I take the time to adjust my eyes. I stand for usually when I'm in the dark like this, listeners. I stand for about 15 seconds with my eyes closed and don't move. So when I open my eyes, I'm used to even darker.
So now we're in a perfectly manicured path through about waist high weeds.
Expecting to see some Children of the Corn.
Yeah, it's just got 10 times creepier.
This is one of the freakier
freaker.
locations.
See,
It is around Halloween, so
Do you think if there was wild monkeys, where do you think they would be? Like, can they be
Probably
in
in Africa.
jungle,
No,
bro.
can they be in any? Can they be in any environment? Like, can monkeys like survive in any environment?
They've got extreme ability to adapt, man. But I mean, I don't think they're gonna be hanging out in the low cornfields of.
They ain't hanging out
There's
in
a
the
big
loops,
good
bro.
forest area around here.
Oh, it's Hustle City, bro. You can go 10 minutes. You're in trees.
Yeah, but there's too many predators and they never made it. They would have had to come up from the
Monkeys are
South
predators.
American.
They'll kick some shit.
Monkeys are carnivorous. They're not exactly.
Is there
predators.
monkeys
They're
in South
omnivorous,
America?
bro.
Yeah, totally monkeys in South America.
Omnivorous.
Chimpanzees will form tribes and like go beat the fuck out of other tribes and then eat them. Like chimpanzees are assholes,
It's intense.
dude.
Yeah, I never was a big fan of chimpanzees.
Chimpanzees will actually target the other, like, army. They'll go to war.
Yeah,
Once
totally.
I saw,
And they'll target. They target the other.
What would
biggest
instigate
chimp,
a
they fuck 'em.
chimpanzee war?
no, they probably
slept
just look
territory?
It's kind of a Helena Troy incident. Fucking hottest chimp.
Steal the hot.
Well, this
asses
particular
walking around.
chimp war was a trade dispute. It's a
One
funny-
colony had a little more berries.
I'm sure
than
it's.
they needed.
I'm sure it's like families and territories. Probably food territory.
It's probably like
a
it's
food
probably like
feud.
when Grandma gets
Food?
mad at somebody in
food
Italy.
Food feud.
When Grandma gets, it's probably the same
Alright.
thing as when Grandma gets mad at somebody in Italy. Oh, she didn't say hi to me, so they probably got in a big war because one of the
One
monkeys disrespected another monkey.
One chimpanzee got a little wild with the feces throwing, and
They don't respect that.
it went to war.
One of them named Paco was selling dope on the corner in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah,
They dug up his body and
roasted
threw it on his porch.
they rode a bike.
Dorsey.
They grabbed the chimpanzee grabbed a unicycle, rode it around him 3 times, and popped him right in the noggin with a slingshot.
With
They
the
all thought it was
feces.
hilarious. Normally it was, but he took it too far.
Did it so that they don't have tools or weapons or anything.
Oh hell yeah, they'll carry spears and sticks and shit.
They've
Rocks.
used
Yeah,
right,
they're no
totally
idiots,
use
man.
rocks. They'll take sticks, and I think this is chimps. It might be some other monkey, but
They've been making
they'll take
VCRs.
sticks and reach them into like ant holes and stuff, and then pull it out and just clean the
That's
stick
not
off.
that clever.
But it's a tool. It's not using.
Anybody could do that. That's what freaking birds do with their beaks.
It's true. They build nests. Did I tell you about that TED Talk I saw about the smartest animal? Or one of the smartest animals? Yeah, crows. The guy built a vending machine and taught crows
How to use the vending
How to
machine.
get
So he
money.
set it up. Yeah, totally. He set it up, and what he did is first he had an output slot, and he put a treat there or something that they would like to eat, and he did that for a couple of days, and then
he put coins, and then he put coins there too. So they had to figure out because there were supposed to be peanuts coming out, and then he put coins next to it, and they had to figure out to put the coins into the machine, and then that's how they got peanuts.
Like, there,
he slowly
and then put it in the
got
machine
them to
and
learn
peanuts
how.
came out.
Then so then he
And
then he put the machine there without the coins.
and then crows would
Yeah,
bring
so they'd
coins
go
from
find
all over.
coins.
Yeah, so they'd go
This guy
get
built
coins
up
and
like
bring them coins.
$6,000 because all these crows would come.
Just a little time. It's that easy. Just get a few crows around.
So it's
you
kind
get
of like
peanuts.
and they're fucking huge. I have a friend who called them black eagles in the city because they're
Well,
so fucking massive.
That's when you start having problems, when the crows realize they need to get money. They start fucking robbing people. You see them just getting on somebody, scratching their face. Give me your money!
Start carjacking
it's
people.
the next
Yeah.
evolved species.
Well, no,
Crow
because
trying to
How long
trade
do you
it
think
in.
the crows are going to take till they figure out he's not needed?
there was exactly.
Crows go to the dealership. How many
We can get
quarters
them right
is
from the
worth?
source.
He's just the middleman. I know a peanut guy.
Well, then the other thing about crows, because once I heard that, I got a little interested. And so there's these guys. They used to do a crow study at their college. So they'd go and have nets and they'd catch the crows. So they'd catch the crows, but they would come like normally. They're normally dressed, and then the crows would remember what they looked like. So
Yeah.
whenever they walk through the
I've seen
college,
that. Yeah,
they would
they wore,
attack
like,
them.
creepy
So
masks,
they have
and
to.
they-
So when they start
they'd
collecting
freak
crows,
out.
yeah, they'd wear like president masks and stuff.
And
so
the crows would
wouldn't
all
recognize
freak
them.
out and like start.
The Secret Service gets called in because all these every clone in the United States is tacking Obama masks.
Yeah,
Delete that. Actually,
Is that
That's
how
our
we're
fifth
gonna-
edit?
Oh,
change it.
I don't want to give the terrorist any fucking ideas.
the crows get
Yeah, birds
get
is
10,000 in
possible.
unmarked bills.
That reminds me of a planet in Star
We
Trek
don't
that
that
has.
is old terrorism. We only use crows to do our dirty work.
A recent. No, I'm not gonna. Never mind.
All right.
Crows.
It might have gotten a little.
So
too
Halloween, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
Do you guys dress up for Halloween?
yeah, Dan was talking about how he's gonna be Captain America. I want to be Agent Colston.
Are you
Might
gonna
go
go
see
to
That'd
the
be
Avengers.
pretty easy.
Are you gonna go to the superhero party?
I'm gonna go
or something?
as all the
I don't know.
Avengers.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. What are you gonna be, Rudy?
Oh, that depends on what the kids do.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of at the theme.
I'm,
I don't get to make that call.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Me and
might-
Rudy did have an epic costume one time. We did it before it became hip. Where,
Mario and Luigi.
if anybody knows us, we are both
Yeah,
both huge
actually-
huge Italians.
You do both kind of pull. It's like kind of the perfect.
It actually is.
You guys
Except
are-
I'm younger than him, but
whatever.
Rudy is a
Depends which Mario.
Rudy is
story
what you
you're
like to
watching.
call a tall drink of water, and I'm what you call a 5'7",
short,
chubby,
stocks.
brick shit house.
Especially back in the day, you were a little
jumper.
larger.
Just wide, like you almost have to get the doors because they're broad shoulders.
Good
He's
wide
just
base.
pretty much like an NFL fullback.
Excellent high jumper.
So we get on it, some sweet ass. We dyed overalls, Mario and Luigi.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got like people stopping us to take pictures with us.
That's awesome.
That's when you know you got a sweet
And
costume.
then also,
Well,
got,
we
and
did
then it
get
took a turn for the worse when I drank 2 gallons of Red Bull and vodka
Yeah,
and started fighting people out in the middle of the streets.
So then, and I was trying to calm him down, and I'm dressed as Luigi, he's dressed as Mario, and he's yelling at me, "I'm being accosted!" I was like, "Settle down, Triple D, Mario." And like people
fighting in the middle of the street.
are driving by and seeing Mario and Luigi like swinging at each other.
But I was encouraged.
Yeah.
Most people thought
You
I was
guys both
blacked
got
out, but I
plungers.
kept on going. Flower. I kept on like trying to like jump on top of his head and go, with my hand like throwing fireballs.
Fireball.
And then he defeated me. You know, he did have older brother strength, but he also did go star. And I go, oh, I didn't think about that. And then he pummeled me in submission.
Invincible, bitch. I got a raccoon tail.
Yeah, it was bad.
Flying.
Don't fly away. Stay here.
So I did. My inability to be blacked out and stay in character was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's very
Way to
good.
fight through.
Well, fight through is one word to say it.
Yeah.
Everybody lost that fight.
Embrace the tank is another one.
So what's your memorable kind of Halloween story? You got any memorable Halloween stories? What's your Halloween traditions? I always watch the Harry Potter movies on this time of year.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I did
never-
go ahead.
I was gonna say I've never really been into scary movies, but like you and I went to probably Matt and I went to a party together, and they had all the Halloweens on in order. I was just like, hey.
Wait, what are you? I don't remember this. You probably. I don't.
You're making this up.
I'm not a big scary movie fan.
I was with Martina. I went to a party together.
Okay,
Edit.
one of your thousands of girlfriends that you've had.
Yeah, that one. You know the one. Anyway, so we were at the party together, and they were playing Halloween like on repeat. It might have been the same movie we were going through. I can't tell.
Was
the fucking
that
difference. I don't care for scary movies. But
Double
I do
J's house?
No, I think it was Emily Mack. Edit.
Emily Mack.
I'm not editing all this.
Edit. Always edit. Edit. Wait, hang on. Edit.
I didn't see any
Who?
paperwork.
I
that
don't
said you
think I
wouldn't
was
edit.
there. I don't think I was there.
Okay, yeah, you were.
I wasn't
Anyway,
very friendly
the
with.
point is, I don't like
Yes,
scary
apparently
movies,
I'm.
but I love watching Halloween-y stuff like Ghostbusters or, like you said,
Ghostbusters and money.
Harry
would you say Harry Potter?
Oh, whoa. Oh, Christ.
God, there's ghosts around here.
Yeah, this is like a Blair Witch situation. We're kind
Well,
of
yeah, you-
like we're in the middle of the woods,
Well, look how bright the freaking moon is,
but
man.
I'm afraid we might get moonburn. This moon is bright as hell.
It's almost
I guess I
shocking.
can't even see the stars.
When you get out of the big lights of the city, you know, where it always shines bright in Hustle City. So, you know, and I'm usually tanning, so it's hard to see the stars.
It's nice actually being
15?
able to see the Milky Way.
It's hard to see the stars when our future's so bright.
Oh yeah, snaps! High five!
myself.
Anybody see the set of Gravity?
Huh?
No.
So
I know if they left it up there.
Man, fuck you.
so we
are an explicit podcast.
So I've got a lot of stories about the becoming popular.
yeah.
Superstar MC like said it to his boss.
What?
His boss was asking him because like they have a lot of large Bosnian population working at his. I think he does like eyeglasses or something. But like so his boss came up and he had like earphones in, and his boss was like tapping him on the shoulder, and he goes, "Huh?" And he's like, "Hey, what the hell do all these names mean on the Bosnian shirts?" Huh? And he's like, "Well, quit saying that." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, there's."
I know Wichita is like doing like when he's in his high executive board meetings, and all of a sudden they're like, "What do the figures look like?" And he goes, "How?" It's never.
You're promoted.
It's more like just to say, yes, I received your comment, and I am about to give you the information you need.
But you guys have to have. How do you spell it?
It could be.
I
I
think
use
there's a silent
H-U.
J in there. Is it like JHU?
QWE. What? That's the French.
I think there's a P in there somewhere. It's like a phlegmy sound.
Well, we're gonna figure that out, guys.
Arabic.
Put your suggestions into the Facebook page of how to spell.
And
It's
the
an
professional.
It's an ancient Hebrew spelling.
Because I'm gonna start hashtagging and my dick and make cheddar.
I always just kind of assumed it was HUH, honestly.
Yeah,
I never made it too complicated.
I say it at work.
Maybe we can put
Maybe
a
a few
schwa,
extra H's on there at the end.
like an
Or
accent.
send us your
maybe a few U's.
creative spellings of it. Yeah, we've gotten getting some.
We did have a tongue twister on the way down because, you know, me and Matt got to experience, you know, a nice 2-hour-long car ride, and Matt's have a propensity to talk a ton in the car, like, which is good. And today was almost a fucking disaster. I'm gonna tell you what, because we're driving
Calm
down.
him down. He was about to just turn around and go home.
Because I'm driving
the sun
down.
is really in my. I hate it.
When you're heading towards Wichita from Hustle City, you're heading west, so you're heading right into the sun.
Right into El Sol.
Yeah, so it was hitting me hard today because we had to leave after work, so it was about 6 o'clock, and we're heading down.
Oh, yeah.
There was a couple of times where I couldn't see anything. I'm just driving blind here, bro. I told him. I was more screaming. I go, I can't see shit, bro.
At least it was windy. Like
Well, that's good. Yeah,
That helped for a little bit,
So
but then you
I'll
get
only
some
fly
of those.
off the road
Yeah.
to
Kinda-
a,
And then you
instead
get
of
some
a
of
car.
those winds where you're winding into the sun and going uphill, and that's when he was going crazy. I'm like, just keep going. It's not too much far. This hill won't go forever.
Matt, I can't see shit. Me either, bro. Just gun it.
Don't worry about it.
Speed up.
Punch it. Just veer right if you're gonna veer.
Yeah. So we're nicely.
Stay out of the oncoming traffic.
Nicely-
That's all.
Don't worry, nobody else can see you either.
Yeah, we're all fine. Don't get out of your way.
Unless you can't see the semi coming towards you.
Nah, he'll
Keep
move.
your eyes on your rearview mirror.
So
then
we
you'll
made
know
it.
if the road
Thank
can-
God. Bless the Lord. And I don't know where I was going
Holy
with
Spirit
that.
was
but-
betting on us.
There we go. Just to make this podcast in the middle of the sticks.
So me and Sugar Sam get here and we sit down for dinner and we start playing with these little, because there's a lot of kids' toys and you know those little things you put them in chairs and
It's
they're
like
just
a
like
Fisher Price Playhouse thing.
So Sam has one and I put the dog on the bed. You know, obviously he's waiting for the lady to come home. She's sitting down in a rocking chair. And then there's an extra chair, and I put it next to her, and I put her face in the TV so she can watch the baseball game. And then Sam goes, "Oh yeah, she's got a lot riding on it." And I go, "Yeah, this is her imaginary friend." He goes, "Oh really?" He's like, blah blah blah. He's like, "Who else would be watching it with her?" I go, "Well, it's probably the Holy Spirit. He's got big. He's probably got a lot of money riding on this ALDS or
Little
ALCS
gambling
matchup."
For the Holy Ghost.
Oh, so
That was in reference to the old episode, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We throw a lot of our own references right back at you. Pay attention, MFers.
Yeah.
We also a reference from my father of, I know it's explicit, but I don't think you guys have a limit on like how explicit you have to be. So like,
Pardon.
I don't know if it's Sugar Sam ripping ass or if there's a goddamn chupacabra over there.
Oh, jeez, we're not gonna make it.
This is really fucking dicey.
I just gotta be,
Something's been like going around
gotta
us for
be
like 10
faster
minutes.
than you.
It was over here.
Oh, what is that? Oh God! Oh,
Oh, now you're scaring it away.
good. Yeah, we want to scare it away. We don't want whatever that is to come up and sneak up on
Hey,
us.
if you see freaking Bigfoot, you don't want to
Take a
freak him out
picture.
with flashy lights. He doesn't
And then
like
run
that.
like hell.
We already got it on an audio recording. That's more footage than anyone else has ever had. Don't risk it by taking a picture. Of
Sign up for this shit. That's why you tricked us out here.
Triple's fucking tweaking, man.
So the thing is, like tweaking, bro. So
It
Matt
was over there, and then it was back there.
So
and
Matt
then
has the
it's right
theory.
next to
Well,
us.
it's
in the
explicit.
trees.
We need to really earn that tag. So if any of you douchebags make a like a review, like you guys don't cuss enough. I don't know what kind of cunt would say that. So
Hey, twat.
So don't
Hey,
have to
good
worry
word,
about
bro. Good word.
but anyway, I don't think it's not great radio. I tried to do it, but I tried not to. Curse.
Hey, you know what? Luckily, this isn't radio.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
We're our own network. We
true.
censor ourselves, and that censorship is zero.
everyone.
It varies from day to
listening
day.
live.
Hey, coming at you live from
Yeah, we are
East
live.
Wichita.
WNBC. Oh, by the way, advertisers, if you don't want us to curse and want us to pay us money, feel free to send us an email at hustlecity.podcast@gmail.com. Subject, advertising.
We might check it.
Thanks.
I've been looking at the.
Should we just start doing fake commercials?
We
Just
might
remember
have
it.
like 300 emails. I haven't checked that damn thing since I took
I've been
over.
looking at it. I've been looking at
the
it.
password.
I have been trying to get a meeting.
I've been.
I've been trying to meet.
I had to change-
Budweiser's been trying to contact us for a month.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys. I have been
What's
checking
these
the emails.
130 cases of beer
We
doing?
don't have 300 emails, so don't worry about that, guys.
No,
And I did have to
checking.
change the password because for some reason, without checking it, we got hacked from Germany.
I thought it was from San Francisco.
Oh, that too?
Whatever.
It could have been.
Doesn't
I don't
make a
know.
difference.
Germany sounds
No,
more
the
interesting.
German hack on Hustle City was into our secret bank account in Switzerland.
Yeah. Well,
bitches.
thanks. We're recording live.
Edit.
Coming at you live.
Edit number 6.
From the wood.
Yeah, it's interesting. Our broadcast
It's
tower isn't up.
spooky out here. This is the Halloween episode.
You guys want to go deeper?
No. Oh,
Do you ever?
Yeah,
do you ever?
let's
not
go.
I guess
wanna
this is
go-
a thing now. We
Keep
should probably
moving. Yeah, all right, yeah.
That's what she said.
Hey-oh,
I don't know
hey-oh.
if you heard that. That's what she said.
Oh, hey-oh.
We're now leaving me.
Oh, so there was a
Players.
tongue twister on the. If you haven't been keeping up with the MLB playoffs, we'll do a quick little sports recap. The Cardinals have a pitcher named Waka. So There was some sort of tongue twister where it was Waka, walks, Waka, walks, walks, Waka. And it was like walks and Waka 14 times. I was very impressed with Mike Shannon's ability to handle that situation.
Is he just rambling, walks and waka?
But then I was thinking about if I ever have a son, I'm going to name him Homer Strikeout. It's like Homer Strikeout, 2 for 4. Homer! With a double. Well, I guess there's a Homer Bailey, you know.
Homer with a double.
And he's a
Also,
pitcher.
Bryce Harper looks like a retarded CM Punk. That's my take.
That's what I think about Bryce Harper's punk ass.
Hashtag make cheddar. I would normally say I'm out. Okay, this is enough.
Oh, man, it's the perfect spot.
I can't see the barbed wire.
Huh? Yeah, that's what we gotta do, right?
No, you gotta go straight through this.
Did you
Straight through the barbed wire.
my flashlight just so we can look at the moon and be all natural?
Be all hippie.
It's crazy.
I'm taking a picture of this so everybody can see how the last picture of our.
I don't think the camera will pick anything up.
You might need human eyes. You need a tripod, and then you gotta leave your exposure open for about 15 seconds so it can pick up the light.
It's an iPhone, bro.
Huh?
Yeah,
that was actual
camera knowledge.
The last time we were out here, it was pitch black. You couldn't see.
Well, dude, if it's overcast, you can't see anything at all.
Yeah, exactly. It was.
But it's perfectly clear, so
It
it's
was
almost
super dark. It was.
I'm taking pictures.
It was one of the most terrifying.
Well, now you need the flash
experiences,
for sure.
Of my life.
Oh God.
Prod Matt and I got. You all right? Yeah. Everybody, Jesus Christ! How many?
Oh, I can't see.
Can't take a fucking focus.
Now I
picture.
can't see. Jesus Christ.
So anyways,
Now if a freaking Sasquatch sneaks up on us, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Well,
we
probably wouldn't see it anyway. What is it?
Get in there.
Oh.
Did you
Guys,
see a
I don't know if anyone else sees this. I see about 6 blue and orange and pink dots in my eyes. I think it's Sasquatch.
Yeah,
There's 4 of them.
That's how all these things happen. Well, my buddy took a picture of right in my eyes when it was dark as shit outside.
I swear I saw glowing red eyes.
Saw the chupacabra, bro.
It's been right side.
So we went out in the woods and did a podcast, and the fucking porn movie started. What? Oh.
Matt is kind of like morbid. He would love for us to get killed out here, just so it could be like great radio.
It would be a great story to tell.
No,
at the
I would
bar.
love for someone
Matt
to attempt to kill us. I assume we'd all live and somehow pull through.
Matt just wants to break the story. He might retract it later. He doesn't care. He just
Serial
wants to
killer
break the
meth
story.
lab found in East Wichita.
What?
Actually, it was a garage. Sorry. So
Cows cause earthquake. So one time, me and Sugar Sam are walking through here, and it's pitch black. We can't see anything. All of a sudden,
so dark.
so dark. We have flashlights, but we like to roll around without flashlights because we're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
And we know where all the barbed wire is, so we're good.
Great call.
And anyway, yeah, we take a few bumps, but we're good in the long run. So we're walking over, and all of a sudden we hear we walk out, all of a sudden it's just.
What? Oh God!
And
Creep
the
me
earth,
out.
the earth is shaking.
We can feel the ground moving beneath us.
Mm-hmm.
What started as a low tremor becomes more aggravated and angry rumble, and it's getting closer.
Gaia is getting upset. And so we sit there, and all of a sudden we shine our flashlight to the left. All we see is 50 or 60 glowing green balls floating in the air.
Moving in the air towards us.
Flying through.
Like
And
Return of the King.
all of a sudden we sit there and we think about it for a few
horrible
seconds.
scene.
It was a herd of cows just fucking stampeding right next to the barbed wire fence we were standing next to.
They were running.
They were 8 feet away
They
from
were
us.
running
We're like,
right
"Holy
towards
shit."
us, and then
they turned 'cause they knew where the
there's
barbed
wire
wire
in front of us.
And
We're
they were
like,
like, we thought it was an earthquake. We thought we were about to die.
Matt and I are jumping around
like,
with our backs to
"Holy
each other like
shit."
somebody's going to take our wallet. We're like, what the fuck? What is
Yeah,
that
we're ready to
shit?
fight some sort of we assumed it was a UFO coming in to take us out. And
Dragons.
we're ready. Yeah, dragons from Nibiru.
The black
from
cloud
Nibiru.
from
Everyone knows
Lost.
that.
You're about to find
With the crows riding on their back going, get them, motherfuckers.
Yeah, got him.
Peanuts.
Take the
Crows and
coins.
dragons.
They're on our territory.
Take off.
That's the guy with the George Washington mask.
Sure, they got coins.
Can grab Mario and Luigi's coins.
Get their coins. I need more peanuts, man. I need my fix, bro. Oh.
So then we went home and cleaned our underwear out. That's about what happened.
Yeah, that's kind of terrifying because that barbed wire fence, I mean, it is just
We knew it
fucking
was there.
wire. And only one of them needs to sacrifice themselves to take
Yeah, I
these
know.
two
You would
clowns
think
out.
they wouldn't care that much. But
Yeah,
that's
like,
the thing. If
I
you ever
also
seen
like barbed wire.
I'm
Have you
kind
ever
of
seen-
surprised they remembered where it was.
most when they do leather, you know, it's cow's
It was
skin,
pitch black
obviously.
outside.
And so, like when cows obviously run into
Probably
barbed
wouldn't even
wire,
hurt them that
and
bad.
so, but it
Fucking
leaves a
huge.
scar on the like leather, so they have to like cut out that whole part of leather. So there can be cows where like they get the whole thing and then they can't even.
They're
use
like,
it 'cause they ran
oh,
into
can't
barbed
even
wire
use
sheath.
it. We killed this cow for
Oh,
nothing.
what a worthless shit! Good job,
Think about
Fred.
it.
You didn't even scout it out.
If the cow scar's too bad, you just don't have that.
Somewhere an Indian cries when he
Yeah,
hears
you,
that.
you just make a cheaper pair of shoes. No.
So is any of this shit, does this terrify you being out here like this? I mean,
Not
like,
here.
I'm not really a huge
No,
fan.
well,
There's
for right
nothing.
now, it's so bright. If it was pitch black, yeah, this conversation would be very different.
This reminds me of a story from way back in the day. It used to be funnier because I remembered more of it. It happened when I was like 7th grade. So we were out in Fenton. And Fenton from Hustle City is where, like, when you're in 7th grade, they don't ask you where you go to school. They ask you, do you go to school? So it's a West Lime situation. So we're walking out, doing some ruffian shit, and we're walking around out in the middle of these like woods, and all of a sudden I'm like, what is that? What's this white thing sitting up here? Is this like a big rock? Oh, what the hell is this?
What are you talking? What?
What?
Are you telling the story? Or
Yeah, I'm telling the story, you asshole. Jesus
God.
Christ.
I thought you were talking about something over here.
Damn, the
We all
storyteller. I'm
looked over
impressed.
Scared the shit out
Every
of
one
her.
of us looked over there and saw something. For
As
a
I'm telling
second.
the
We're like,
story.
I saw it.
I see it too, man. Oh, God.
So, well, now you know where my point of view was in this story. You can feel my pain. So I'm out here in Fenton, and I see this thing. I'm like, what is this fucking white thing up here? And we keep walking. I'm like,
Goddamn
that
white things.
is that a rock? What is this? Huh?
It's a hobo.
How? Walk up. It's just a huge freaking dog. It's a massive dog, and all I do is immediately freak the F off and burn out.
Jump 3 fences.
Cracking up and calling each other fags.
That reminds me of the time before I left for my I think it was my honeymoon. Yeah.
That's
We-
terrified.
Oh, that's horrifying. No, but we went down to Laclede's Landing, and we had to park. We went to, I guess it was a open mic night for one of our buddies, and so I had to park like fucking 8 blocks away, and so I get pretty lit, but I go back and I like try to find a car, and I was gonna call somebody and come meet me because I went driving, but I'm like, I don't know where the hell I parked. So I go.
Solve this mystery, bro.
So I end up. I'm walking, and the landing's pretty nuts. Anyway,
It's a different type of scary. Like,
yeah, it's like
terrifying.
scary and like who's gonna
Anywhere
rob
with
me.
brick roads is a little creepy.
But like I had to like park on the outskirts of that, so I walk through and I fucking accidentally walk into like an industrial park or like a junkyard, something, and a pack of wild dogs comes up out of these. It was like a damn movie. They came out of the
Detroit.
garbage. Yeah, it was like Detroit, and
Yeah, 50,000 wild dogs came running after.
they just come out of the woodwork, and then I like just look at them for a second. And then they look at me and they just start running at me. I jump. I try to climb this fence. And right when I get up there, I notice it's barbed wire at the top. Rips my shirt off. Luckily, didn't cut the hell out of myself. But my shirt just totally
At
shreds.
least it wasn't razor wire.
And I fall like... yeah,
Wow,
that would have
this
been done.
situation
I would
probably
have...
would have died.
Yeah, I fall like 10 feet.
Rudy, possibly dumber than a cow, going into the barbed wire.
Oh, I'm not going to be a good leather product.
Yeah. Fall down. I just walk back to the comedy club. No shirt.
Guys,
Fucking mess.
I just got out of a junkyard.
I just got chased by a pack of wild dogs. And they're like, what?
Dogs are scary.
They're like in the middle of the city,
And you're
dipshit.
usually really good with dogs, too. I'm
Yeah.
surprised, like,
Oh,
they
not
didn't just
the-
walk up to you like, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah. Oh, I thought about it. I was like, but Yeah, they like had me surrounded.
It's almost like they were guarding this junkyard.
It was almost like I wasn't supposed to be there, and they were telling me politely for a minute to get the hell out, and then they said, "Well."
And when I meant stumbled into this junkyard, I meant kick the gate down and set something on fire.
Meant used a credit card and
Pick the lock.
And
Flip the lock.
hacked this computer and then
Jimmy sticked the owner and threw him out of his truck and drove it through the gate, only to be lambasted by some dogs.
yeah, jeez.
They got me right for it. He got him right before the big score.
How was the show?
That was okay. I made it to my flight. I made it to my flight the next day and
Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
Yeah, that
flew over to Ireland.
the day before your honeymoon. That would have been great. Oh, yeah.
Honey, we can't go to Ireland.
We just
I
got
got
married,
mauled
but-
by a pack of dogs.
Sorry, I got mauled by a pack of dogs in a junkyard. It was a good run.
It's gonna get better from here, honey. Trust me. It can only go
I
up.
can only go up from here.
If that was, I have notorious like I don't f up much, but when I do, it's in like the worst timing ever. So like that would be something where it was like the dogs killed me.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like-
saying. It's
like-
God, that
dogs
could've
like
been so
ripped
much
your-
No,
leg
he's
off.
alive. Lost both eyes though and hands.
Yeah.
He's
Luck on that
legless.
wedding.
And he's given up. He's given up. Actually,
He's fading fast. He just doesn't. He doesn't care.
So one time, this is a little.
I've never seen less of a will to live in any man in my life.
he actually just mouthed something to the nurse and said, "Cash it in."
Pull the plug. Sir, you're fine. Pull the plug.
Sir, you just need stitches.
You have a minor
it down.
fever. Minor fever.
Shut it down. Shut her down. This is raw. So one time, me and Sugar Sam are helping good old preacher Jack Fassels up in good old cutting down some grass over here in the woods. Oh God! And there's like a field. And so,
Using only a scythe. And a
yeah,
whip.
using a scythe. Basically, yeah, that's what we were doing.
We actually
And
converted,
Sugar's
we
father.
converted the apple butter ore into a scythe. We just took the blade off and put a big fucking metal blade on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, something
Yeah.
is making noise.
It's cows. Jump in. So
Everything's cows.
Sugar Sam and his dad Jumpin' Jay were helping us out
what you
cut
call
this
my
grass.
dad?
That's now it is. And so
All right. I'll tell him.
Jumpin' Jay
We come up with nicknames like nobody's
or
business.
Jazzy Jay.
I think you should call him the
Whichever.
ringmaster.
The ringmaster, there it is. Okay, so the ringmaster's there, and so they go back home, and me and Sugar decide we're like, you know what? We're gonna try and take a shortcut, which is a super long cut. So we tried just to go straight through the woods back to the grandparents' house and whatnot. So about 2 hours later, we're wandering around and we have no idea where we are.
Oh,
we find like a small creek of water.
I just remembered this.
We're very parched. We're drinking water out of a creek. We get yelled at.
36 minutes in.
We get yelled at for that because apparently the water's not clean. I'm like, come on, it looked clear enough.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? E. coli.
From the
Who gives a shit about that?
Apparently
From the
Girardia
septic tank.
is a pretty big scourge.
I was like, whatever. Anyway, we were fine. I didn't get sick. Or not that sick. I didn't have diarrhea for too long.
At that age, I always had diarrhea, so no one.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Shitting like a brick.
This was 2 weeks ago.
Pretty sure we
A
had
lot of
Pepto.
stress.
Yeah. So anyway,
Shooting Pepto-Bismol on the way back.
we're going through the woods, and I swear we
30
were
grand years
wandering.
a bitch.
We're wandering through the woods. It probably took about 2 hours.
Oh yeah, we found a creek. We're like, let's follow this. I think this runs.
We could have ended up. We're like,
Somewhere.
how old were we? 9, maybe.
We
We could have just ended up being lost in the woods.
I
and no
think
one
we
would
were
have
like
found
11
us.
and 12.
We would have never. No one would have ever found
13.
us. But somehow we all of a sudden we end up. We're walking.
Were
up
we
to
walking
Grand-
with a weed whacker the whole time?
No, I don't think so. I think we're unarmed.
How do you think that situation would have went? Do you think that? How long, Sam, before Matt turned on you and tried to use your skin for clothing?
No, we would have probably tried
No,
to
we
hunt
did-
something together.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
a better team than we are alone. We know
45
that.
minutes in.
We would
an
have
hour.
gone. We would have gone to Summerfield and kicked in some.
We
doors.
have a synergy kind of thing where it's like it's not like when you have us together, it's not like it's not like 2 + 2 = 4. It's like, or no, God, 2's a
explain
horrible
this.
example. 3 + 3 = 6. It's more like 3 × 3 = 9. You know, that's our
Really
synergy.
deal.
Two was actually an unfortunate example.
Yeah, I know.
but
I just serious. I was gonna do 1.
that's a
That
good
doesn't
play.
work. 2 doesn't work. I gotta go all the way to 3.
Normally we're
Fuck.
a
Could have
good
used
pair.
2 different numbers.
Well, thank God
probably.
you found an easy way to explain your symmetry, huh?
Synergy, like the hockey stick.
So we're walking along this creek, and we find this barbed wire set, and we can't jump. We don't want to jump it. We're gonna walk along it. We've been walking through the woods now. The barbed wire is between us and this huge field. So now we realize
Eventually we man up and
we're like
crawl
on
under
the wrong
barbed wire.
side of the barbed wire. Well, hang on. We walked down it for
Realize
about
it's pointing the other way.
17 miles.
We realized
and
we were
then,
halfway to St. Louis.
we were like kids, and so we found like this huge, like it was an abandoned like VW Beetle.
Jesus Christ! How long were you
Oh
going
yeah, we
for?
found like a car.
Oh,
junkyard.
yeah.
Sounds even more
totally.
terrifying
We
than
found
what
like
we're going
20.
through right
We found
now.
I
like
don't know about
20.
that.
We found like 20 rusty cars just sitting in like a random.
Not 20.
God.
No,
No,
I
there
think
was
it
probably
like
about
2.
20.
I
No,
mean,
there
there
was
were
a
parts
lot
from
of-
at least 20. There was
yeah.
like 4 sets of
20
tires.
probably. 2 probably
all
working.
crashed. Fucking
Let's just say 3, and then you times that by 3, and there's 9.
There's probably 54
nails inhabited the
cars.
headlights.
Synergy.
They were all synergy cars.
So there was, they were. So there was this huge car, and we're like, all right, well, we're hitting property. I don't know whose. So
Pretty sure someone threatened us with a shotgun at some point.
no, because then we were like, all right, let's jump the fence and fucking find somebody. And we walk and we see a deer.
Immediately get a gun.
We see a deer stand, and I'm like, oh, nice. Let's hope there's nobody there.
Let's pretend to be deers.
And then we set off, and then we ended up walking into a booby-trapped weed farm, and we set that off, and we walked away, and then it was all on fire.
And then we were at Uncle Carl's.
Yeah, and then we ended up just walking into the middle, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, hey, there's Carl's house.
gone for 26
Dude,
minutes,
totally.
killed 3 people.
We were walking for 2 hours.
This ends now.
And then ended up at Carl's, and we told, like, do we tell anybody about this, or do we want to
Sounds like
keep this under
something
wraps?
very bad
We don't want
happened
to
in those
pretend.
woods.
We don't want to let them know we saw something that we weren't supposed to.
We just told them we
'cause
drank
probably
creek
missed.
water, then that was the worst of it.
They
They
were like,
didn't
"Oh,
hear
you
about
guys
the
are
weed
stupid."
farm and the 3 murders.
And abandoned cars with dead bodies in them. Or allegedly.
And the meth
Allegedly.
lab that we stumbled upon in those cars. What?
Oh god. Oh god.
Jesus, this is just getting creepier. I'm glad our conversation's distracting me from how fucking terrified I am.
For how much I'm shitting myself.
I love how the moon's casting a single
A single
ray.
light
I can
of,
see like all
of
the fields.
serial killer.
So basically, let me give you an audio visual here. Is that? Does that work? Audio visual?
I mean, if
I'm gonna give you an auditory visual explanation caption.
I do believe I see what you're
No,
saying.
that doesn't exist.
Hey, open your eyes. Can you hear that? What?
Smell something? Yeah, read it like, describe this how Roy Detrice would describe this.
So, along the fields there was a moonlight glowing, and there was hills and trees. And the trees are, actually you can't really tell what color they are. It's more like everything's pretty grayish. But you can see all these hills, and there's like a random house and like stars all over the place. And the moon is casting a dull hue on the fields and the mountains. And by mountains I mean lazy hills with trees, gently rolling hills.
With groves of trees and oaks.
And if you look up, you can see the Milky Way.
Cherry trees.
Yeah, you can.
Just about
Bullshit.
to blossom.
Yeah, you
Not
can.
really.
Barely.
You kind of can.
The moon's too bright. If the moon was darker, you could see
That
it.
is crazy when you come out here how the stars are pretty fucking sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I miss not being able to live during the Blitz.
Yeah, you really miss that. Is it possible to miss something?
all the blackouts and stuff, when you're not getting firebombed, you probably check out some sweet stars.
Or shit yourself. And
All of
hope
America
that
should
you
turn
don't-
on
I
its
think
lights for
firebomb-
1 hour every night. That'd be baller.
I think America every night should bust off fireworks like it's the 4th of July, like in every town.
Just to show everyone we have superiority not only in bounds but also in celebratory fireworks.
that we control the skies.
Yes. Bring it on.
Bring that shit.
Everyone has fireworks that launch 3 miles in the air so you can see it for a while.
So we're not going to have any theme music. Should we just wait for the screams of our death? Or should we...
Let's go deeper.
I'm not going deeper.
No, let's complete the circuit. Come on.
Holy cow.
Look out.
Oh, never mind. That's not.
Now we're entering our creepy...
Oh,
The creepy our great-grandma's old house,
reminds
which
me of
has been vacant for about, 18 years.
This reminds me of the town of Tristram from
Sasquatch
Diablo.
Sasquatch and probably millions of snakes and spiders. I'm terrified of this. Oh, jeez. No.
Blimey.
Matt, hold me.
yeah, this is definitely a new podcast experience. And not necessarily want to redo. But we'll
wouldn't mind doing it one time when this is all right. Once you get out to the road, you feel safe.
How fucking freaky would it be if like a light just turned on in that house right now?
How creepy would it be right now if anything outside
Any-
of us four
Hey, you know what
would happen? If anything happened, it would be fucking terrifying.
You know where a good studio would be? In the cellar. In this house.
Oh my god.
God,
Let's go deeper.
Yeah, let's not
That'd be
do
the
that.
creepiest thing ever. Great sound quality though. With dirt walls.
With dirt walls.
Dirt fucking walls absorb that sound like a mofo.
Just like it absorb everyone's dead bodies.
Oh god.
So I've been reading this comic book. It's The Incredible Hulk. It's
Never
like
heard
a
of it.
graphic novel. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it, but it's a graphic novel and it's called Past Perfect. And apparently, like the Incredible Hulk or Bruce Banner had like all these experiments done on him, so he like split into a whole bunch of different personalities.
Yeah.
And so there's only like 2 of the Hulks left, and it's one of them's named the Professor, and he's like a smart version of the Hulk.
Yeah.
And basically, Bruce Banner can like talk to them, but he like if he goes crazy, he ends up just turning into the normal Hulk. Who's just
Just
he
big
just
retard.
wants to be left alone. And he's just misunderstood, but he gets pretty angry pretty quick. And then the other one is a mob boss named Mr. Big,
Fix-It.
or Mr. Fix-It. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Fix-It.
So are they Bruce Banner? They're actually huge green people who run mobs.
Mr. Fix-It's actually blue.
I thought he was gray.
Or gray, yeah.
A bluish gray. Are there any like huge bottom hulks who like dress up in women's clothes?
I was wondering because they said there was like 50 something or a whole bunch of different personalities. I would love to just have like a billion different comic books of just all the Hulks different
Be a
personalities.
hell of a family reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's apparently the Hulk series. I never was a huge fan of the original Hulk because
Bruce Banner's kind of crazy.
yeah, he's a fucking head case.
Yeah, no
That's why the whole thing started.
He's got fucking
'cause
issues, bro.
He's got massive
has
rage
rage
issues. His dad smacked him around when he was a kid,
He
and
didn't like his father very much.
by the way, oh, Danny,
Danny's scared of spiders.
Danny's running.
He's
like
out,
the
everybody.
Dickens.
He's out.
Don't leave. Yeah, that's what they want you to do. Run away from the.
Run away from here looking like the
Yeah.
KKK.
Run away from
You
here
don't
and
look like
leave
the
the group and
anything
go off by
Looks like
yourself.
you're being
That always ends up real well in a horror movie.
Yeah, run up
Dan,
the
how about we
stairs.
split up? You go by yourself.
All right, guys,
You'll
let's
be
go-
fine.
Hey, did you guys hear that scream? All right, let's walk towards it. I'm gonna go by myself. You three go together.
You three go
flank
and
him.
See,
smoke some
I would
drugs.
rather go towards the scream because he'd never see it coming if there wasn't.
You guys go to the car.
He'd
I'm gonna
probably
go
be
check
looking
this
for
out.
someone to not go towards the screams.
If I'm not back by dawn, call the president.
Tell him.
Good old Jack. What would good old Jack Burton do? Just tell you.
Jack Burton?
I really got to get on writing that blog. I've been doing some intense research trying to get Wang on the show.
Call
All
him
about the
Wayne.
reflexes, Wayne.
I tweeted him. I said, "Hey, Wang, Mr. Burton." Not
Wang.
responded.
Let's go into the Wang Chung.
Hey, you want a Wang Chung tonight?
Everybody
my dick.
Wang Chung tonight. That's our finishing music.
Really allowed to bring a lot of energy here now. So, basically,
What are you drinking, bro? Brisk?
brisk,
A
sweet
giant, lukewarm thing of brisk. Fucking delish. I'll take the crab juice.
Ew. Mellow yellow.
So whenever I come out here, though, I like to take like our little cousins or whenever. I'm kind of a big. I embrace the creepiness of this farm, so I like walk them up to our Uncle Carl's house, which is like a tall green house, or actually it's more of an aqua
Yeah, now it's aqua.
teal,
I
but
think it started off as being sea green.
sea green. Yeah, it's fading. It's slowly
Yeah,
getting.
a little
Anyway, it's turning a little more bluish. Anyway, so it's this tall, like 2-story house on top of a hill, and so when you walk up to that bad boy in the dark, it's kind of creepy. Like, kind of super creepy. Then all of a sudden, you take, like, these little kids up into, like, the attic, and it's like, and it's, like, all this wood just, like, hanging around and shit, and it looks just ridiculous. And then, yeah, I walk up to this house up here, this white house in the middle of nowhere that has, like, no walls inside it anymore, and, like, everything's like, "Grr," and then you open up the cellar, and it's just, like, a dirt room where you're like, hey, go in here. I won't close the door on you. Fooled you. Boom.
I'm 32 years old, and I would cry like a woman.
Yeah.
You did that to me.
Have you guys ever seen
Take
the house
advantage
on
of
that
my,
property down there?
Yeah,
I know
there's
this
like a
is-
tiny
I know
wooden
this is
shack. I'm
great-
nervous someone's
great
trying to squat
radio.
on our property.
No. It's an old house.
Go burn that shit down.
You can see, like, there's a hole.
It's our land.
There's a hole into, like, the basement, like the foundation. Or the dirt has worn away from the foundation so much, like, you can see into the basement just by walking by. There's, like, a huge hole in the porch, and that you can see through that. So there's, like, half a house, and you can see its supports. Looks like a house skeleton.
Oh,
And apparently...
it's creepy.
And inside that
fucking-
hole was a skeleton.
The ringmaster was like, oh yeah, that's where the old McKelly's played or lived or fucking whatever. I'm like, what happened to him? And he goes, what do you think? Look at the house.
They were all Cyclopses, those boys.
Yeah.
We had to put him down.
Goddamn terrors ruin the community.
It's a creepy joint.
Oh.
Someone probably could live there and not be found for about...
Hey, if you live on somebody's property for 10
years.
years, it is your property.
Yeah, it's 50 minutes of
How do you prove that?
terrifying horror.
You prove it by documenting it.
Oh, it's geese.
God, that's scary as shit, geese.
Which way's fucking north?
Where's that
that's
goddamn
even more
star?
terrifying. I don't know.
I mean, I never knew. I know how to get back. But... Wait, do I?
Where are we, guys? I don't know. Let's drink this creek water real quick and figure it out.
See, that'd be a way more crazy podcast if we were actually just walking through the woods, like where we didn't know. Maybe next time.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
With some psychedelics.
I know where I'm at exactly, and I'm still scared as shit.
I think it's better for video. To get a video blog where we go wander out in the middle of nowhere. What are you asking? Which way is north?
Yeah.
Does this thing you actually getting any
Okay, that's what I
data?
thought. Sweet. I was a little bit off, I guess.
That's crazy.
So,
Compass action, bro.
the sound of the geese is coming from the
It's coming from the wrong direction.
East.
Robo geese.
Right behind you.
east by southeast. What?
Huh?
What?
No, east by southeast. No, west. You're right. East. West by southwest. Sorry.
This is the Directions podcast.
Sponsored by Magellan.
You got to think about how the geese
Not Ferdinand.
voice bounced
He got
off
bounced.
softly rolling
The
hills.
Explorer, not the fucking GPS company.
Magellan?
I'm
Ferdinand.
Jellin.
Ferdinand Magellan. Are you Jellin?
I'm not Jellin. I'm terrified and shitting myself here.
That's pretty scary.
This is the Spooky Podcast.
Oh,
Download us at Hustle City Podcast. gmail.com. God, there's a ghost over there. I'm not really a big
You
ghost
see that
fan.
guy in a robe
You know
back
who?
there?
You know who mostly believes in ghosts? Crazy broads. Huh? Why are you poking me in the eye with something?
No.
Why are you doing the Briscoe turn?
What does
Do you
that
have any
mean? I heard
aces?
you guys talking about that. What does that mean?
What?
What?
Briscoe?
The Briscoe finger. What does that mean?
Oh,
in
the
game?
eye? Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no. Go
It's
F.
an, it's an Italian card game
how
where
you
it's
say you
completely
have
legal to
aces.
cheat nonstop. Like
Yeah.
you can't talk. But you have
Can't
to be,
talk on the first
You have to
hand.
be. Yeah, you can talk. You can because it's teams,
You
2
can
and 2.
communicate, you just can't talk.
The best teammate I've ever played with is my Italian cousin. We don't speak the same language, and we somehow won a game against my other two cousins without
Who
losing a
speak
hand.
fluent Italian.
We
to
call
each other.
that synergy.
Yeah, exactly. We had a synergy. It was more like 4 times 4. We got up to like 16. It was crazy. And we we do like random hand motions. Like I'd make an art, or actually I shouldn't. I'm not saying it. Never mind. I'm not letting you guys figure out my
Yeah, that's a
plan.
good
Fuck
call,
you,
actually.
world.
Yeah.
Me and my Italian cousin, if we ever go to Breeze,
You're not going to show the hand signals to the
The
people on the
Italians,
podcast.
the Italians pride themselves
Glad
on
I
being.
found out what it means.
The Italians pride themselves on openly cheating. Just looking at the Italian national soccer team, they're like, you know how they talk about the best fans in baseball? Like the Italian fans probably clap when the guy does a sweet dive.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's a smart play.
Brilliant. Bravo.
Genius.
Bravissimo.
Bravissimo! Bellissimo! Roberto Baggio!
Are you weeping so beautiful?
Hey, pass the copa!
Forget about it.
Let's have some kind of olives and drink the vino. Take a 4-hour nap, huh? So, download the show. Go to iTunes.
If we make it.
So we only got a couple more episodes in the first season of the show. So
We got
it's-
seasons?
Yeah, we got seasons.
Yeah, I think we're gonna give everybody a nice little break from us. I don't need it.
You don't want to do a break.
It's going to be about 3 days.
No,
Give them a chance to download and build up their stock and maybe listen to our shows. An hour and a half or an hour is a pretty long time to
We've
take
got
in
some.
once
We've
a
got
thing.
some new video content. We're gonna do a big push.
Luckily, we jump around so much that it doesn't really matter if you pause and come back and listen because like we're not gonna be talking about
We're
the
not
same
going
topic
to be. Oh,
for very
definitely
long.
not. Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah,
I don't even remember
Unless
what-
we're talking about Robo-Apocalypse or some
I don't
other
even
kind of
remember
Armageddon situation.
I don't even remember what we talked about 15 minutes ago.
Me
How
being
nutty
scared.
it is.
Yeah,
Probably
that's
something creepy.
That's been the overlying theme. Is
I think we've just
we're
been kind of just
terrified.
telling stories. This is kind of the campfire story podcast.
That's what I like about it.
Except for without the campfire, and we're all freezing our balls off. Mm-hmm. Actually,
it's
it's
a
not
little
that
cold.
cold.
It's a little chill.
flip flops were a bad decision.
That's probably
Yeah.
You know my stance on flip flops. I immediately regretted it.
true. Yeah, what are you doing in the woods?
Trust me, nobody knows this better than myself. And if it's my undoing, I blame me
Do
and
still,
you.
Do you still have toes?
Dude, yeah, seriously, if there was zombies, you wouldn't be able to run. This is gravel.
Listen, I know, man. I talk about this all the time. I
well,
usually
you'd
don't
have,
even
to
leave-
go, you'd have to go back
why
that
it's so
way and
terrifying.
try and get back on the grass.
You gotta understand, Matt. I'm a hard man. Do you think gravel's gonna stop me from booking ass?
See, that's what makes me nervous. Like, I feel like I should be walking around barefoot more because I don't know if my...
Build it up.
Yeah,
Like
because
the
my
canyons?
calluses, I used to be able to freaking walk on, like, asphalt in the middle of summer when it's 100 degrees and just stand there for 5 minutes. And then after that, I could just stand there for, like, an hour because, like, my feet are already third-degree burns. So.
There's
Not a big deal.
there was something like when I was a little
No
kid.
harm, no
there
foul.
was this.
Yeah.
There was when I was a little kid. There was a stretch of road where you'd have to like take a vicious curve around our house. We live like
See it?
if we stop in the middle of something, it means I'm about ready to shit myself.
It means there's some sort of beast lurking in the woods.
Disturbance in the forest.
Every
So-
time you look up,
My-
you see something.
My
new.
mitochondria.
So
keep flaring up.
speaking of running without shoes on and building up the calluses, there was like a stretch of road in South City where I could fucking just book it, and I was the fast. I could beat Usain Bolt in the. Matt with his goddamn hand gestures. It could either me hand me a cigarette
Or we're about to die.
or that's a chupacabra I'm going to push you into because I only have to outrun you.
Yeah, once I start doing this, that means
There's something wrong.
yeah. Once I start sprinting away and like turning, yeah, then something might be going down.
That's my signal for we're fucked.
For you guys are fucked, and I'm gonna be fine.
If oh shit is the last thing you hear, I'm not there.
No, if I throw my brisk bottle into the woods, you'll know I see something.
That's right.
Because this thing weighs 40 pounds. Because brisk, it is such a good deal. 99 cents for like a 20. Is it milliliter? I'm supposing. What is that? No,
That's ounces, bro.
You're not
Fluid
up on
ounces.
It. Not
20 ounces. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, good call. Good call.
20 ounces.
It's a little over a liter.
The weight and
Can we
measurements podcast.
Can we do metric? Sorry. Go ahead.
Go back to Canada?
All right, just-
I like the metric
it's
system.
just better. It really is. Everyone knows
That's
it. It's
false.
just don't want to meet it.
No, it's
You
not
don't
because
wanna
I
admit
know
it.
this.
I don't
mine.
like
I
it.
know mine.
Love it or
Mine's
leave
better.
Hey, you know what? It sounds good to say you weigh. Wait, what do I weigh right now?
Yeah, it doesn't sound
12
good.
stone. I don't know. 12
A stone is,
English
stone,
metric.
A stone is
I weigh 3 cubits.
a stone is 16 pounds.
Enough.
That's what the Welsh guys use.
When anybody asks me how much you weigh, I go, "It's none of your goddamn business, you whore."
And then don't.
Then I go 160.
I like just telling people how much they weigh.
$1.25.
That's a great way to get laid.
Ooh, hey.
No, just guess low.
What are you? 97 pounds?
Guess low, 210.
I said 1, and I was gonna say, and I was like, oh wait, no, I meant 93. So now I need to say 193.
Whoa,
It's
you
a
look
little
like
high.
Guess low. You
What
always
kind
guess
of
low.
girl-
Flatter him.
Okay.
You always say
Hey,
something
that's
like
the kind of girls I'm chasing.
256.
Guess low. 312.
Kilograms.
Find a 6'4" and go 130. Really?
You
Yeah.
weigh about 18 stone.
Girl, 250 kilograms. Damn, only for 5'3".
I think Matt would be hilarious if he started picking up chicks in bars with like a fake British accent and just goes, "You weigh about 12 stone,"
Hello, love.
You seem to weigh about 12 stones.
and just starts humming Oasis songs all the
And
time.
my accent changes every 3 seconds.
That reminds
Put
me.
some shrimp on the barbie.
That reminds me.
Who the fuck was that?
See, exactly.
He would botch it up.
Well,
Be like, I'm from England.
you gotta say crazy stuff. Like, say you're from Scotland, and
So you're good at accents.
and like you
Yeah, he is.
say,
I'm from Scotland.
you're a good guy. You'd be a hell of a guy to go buy a microwave with. What? Yeah, I guess I am. What? What does that mean?
Do you do drugs?
Yeah.
Well, this conversation is...
Well, come with me.
All right, bro, get in my van.
Yeah, Scottish people are fucking intense. I was out in Keystone one time.
Colorado,
And these two Scottish guys,
North Wichita.
they had to be getting laid like nonstop. Two Scottish guys, like Hot Dog.
Just hitting the slopes.
You ever see Hot Dog the movie? They're ski instructors. They get constantly laid, and these guys have Scottish accents, so now they're exotic.
Cultured Scottish.
Scottish guys.
So for some reason they're hanging out with me, and I'm drinking with them.
Dude, perfect Christopher Lambert impersonations from Highlander.
And I'm like, what do you guys think of Highlander?
So we're talking about Highlander.
And so they immediately break out a bottle of 25-year-old scotch, and just
Oh, that's such a cliche.
well, they had it. They like carried it around with them. It was intense. I don't even know if they were really Scottish. I think they just were actors that had that accent perfected.
They're just trying to get laid.
But they told me I was a good guy to buy a microwave with.
Makes sense.
And I was like, yeah, I guess I would be. I'd make it
You have
interesting.
pretty strong knowledge of kitchen appliances. I can
How
see
did they
that.
know that?
You should say, well, let me introduce you to
can
the
read
king of
that
the
on a
fish
man.
people.
You can read knowledge of a kitchen appliance on a man. You see him walking around, you're like, that guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to kitchen
This
stuff.
guy probably knows a thing or two about stand mixers.
Just want a minute on high to be a minute on high. Can you please melt the fucking cheese? How
I
long
think
do I
if somebody asks me,
How's the defrost option on
if,
this?
you know what, I'm gonna focus on this. If any man comes up to me and goes, "You'd be a good guy to buy a microwave with," and I'm like at a table with them, that table's getting flipped over and a knife is being pulled out on somebody. I'd be like, "You call me some sort of fig?" I don't know what I would do in that situation. What does that mean? What are you trying to tell me?
If a guy said you'd be a good guy to buy a microwave with to me, I'd say you are a good guy to be a friend with. My name's Prod Man.
You're a glass half full type of guy. I'm a glass half empty. I'm
Yeah.
looking at this guy's trying to make
But
it.
I appreciate you knowing that I know a lot about microwaves. I like that.
What would you
You're a
say
good
to
guy.
somebody like that? Would you come up and go, "Hey, man, you'd be a good dude to go"? That's not even go get a microwave. That's just the weirdest thing ever.
Well, that's-
install speakers at my house.
That's the thing that's the exact both things ran through my head. I was angry. I was like, what the hell does that mean? You call
shit.
it's not
you
fun
insulting
going
my
to get a microwave.
But then I was
Exactly,
like,
maybe you make it fun.
but then maybe he was like, yeah. And that's what I ended up with. And plus they were both like 6'4" and would beat the shit out of me. So I took it as a compliment.
They would never see it coming.
Mix
Yeah.
your blood with 25-year-old scotch.
First, you slam the
slowly.
scotch in and go, "Hold this for me, mate," and then you fucking jack it with it with the tire iron.
So I just
shot of
staggered
scotch and
home
shoved
and
the
I just staggered to the
glass in
hotel
his
and
eye.
threw up everywhere.
Yeah, that was
But-
pretty sweet, man.
And I was passed out.
after
Well, I was
finding my
passed out on the bed on top of the covers because I skied for 8 hours straight without eating, and I was 10.
There's several things in this world we figured out that I'm terrified of from doing the show: spiders, deep space, dying, commitment. Another thing, skiing blows. All right, every terrible thing that's ever happened to me has happened while I've been skiing. Went on an 8th grade ski trip, fell off the ski lift.
Now, how did that happen? How did you?
How'd that work out? How's that even possible?
I mean,
it's possible.
were you just jacking around?
Oh,
You
trying to
have
impress a
experience-
lady.
You have experience
Yeah.
with ski lifts. Maybe that was your downfall.
It was my first time skiing, and like I'm just kind of bullshit, and like, oh, I can ice skate, bro. Skiing easy. And at first, so we get there. It's not like we went to the Rockies. We went to Wisconsin for skiing. Last time I
Hey,
checked.
pretty good mountains up there, honestly. Pretty good
More,
slopes. Pretty good slopes.
how about rolling hills?
Okay.
So
Lazy Hill.
plains, as
Hey,
far as the eye can
hey.
see. So we go
It's
and
the land of 10,000 lakes. All right,
No,
now
that's Minnesota.
All right.
Okay,
I
I
really want to hear about
Sorry,
this
yeah, I do
falling
too.
off this.
So,
fucking
well, we first
disaster.
get there, and they're, all my buddies are like, snowboard, and they're really, really good. I'm like, oh, skiing like a champ, like a boss. I get off this, we go on the green one to start off. I'm like, oh, I got it, I'm going pretty good here. Not a hiccup whatsoever. I'm kind of flying. I'm going to get into a tuck position. Really get aerodynamic and tuck my head in. Oh, I'm going past the guards. pretty legit, man.
Oh,
I
not
might
turning.
be. I found it. God has given me a gift, and it is skiing. Oh, here's a turn. All right, turn. All right, okay, not turning. So
No,
this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna slowly slide on your butt and just do a smooth stop.
We're gonna have to study with this.
Put my butt on the ground and immediately pop up about 38 feet in the air. Both skis go flying. My buddy said it looked like there was an explosion.
Did you put the toes of the skis in the ground?
Bro, I sat down like a boss. I don't know what
How
happened.
did that happen?
I did it aggressively
You probably just
and
help. I don't even know.
and with passion.
Did you fall on your ass or on your hip, like sideways?
When?
Both skis.
No, it was a
riding
controlled
straight
sit down, bro. It's like a landed on an aircraft carrier. All right, but what happened was you can't do that when you're going 62 miles an hour. So,
You
dude,
seen a cheetah try to sit down?
so
No.
after I retrieved my ski that was 75 feet into the woods, I walked down the hill.
That sucks.
The
So the next time we go up, I go hit the hot tub. After that one, I go hit the hot tub
Relax the muscles.
and drink some booze out of a shampoo bottle that we had brought. Mixing 4 different kinds of booze, delish,
and shampoo.
and one of them's tequila.
3 different kinds of booze, which were shampoos.
So,
Shamboos.
so I had the icy old joints, and so then we end up. So I'm kind of get back out there, put my gear back on, get out there. I'm like, I'll get on with this lady, this girl. It's a class trip. Let's get naughty here. Mm-hmm. So I get in there, and not quite secure on the old chairlift.
No one is.
So I try to play it cool. And so I'm up there for a good, I'm not exaggerating, 20 seconds of lift time.
That's kind of some distance.
Were you hanging onto it with like one hand?
No, I'm on there, but not really that great. And then the thing, it hits one of the little joints or something, kind of rocks back, and that just shook me. I'm trying to look suave.
Backwards and
It's
you're looking
tough to sit
down.
down.
Yeah,
They're smooth too.
almost
They're not
landed it.
it's like
They're tough to sit down. You got to make sure you're all the way back in them.
Fell directly up my ass. They said it was everybody else said it was hilarious. So I'm an entertainer, so it's good. That chick did not bang me on the trip, though. Did not happen. Well, we all make choices. So when we go to Keystone, I go get on the ski lift. I can't remember if Prod Matt was with me, but so I'm gonna give skiing another shot with the family. Yeah, until I got altitude sickness on the ski lift and started puking right next to. I'm in the middle. It's a kid who is 5 years old and a kid who is 9 years old, his sister, and I'm in the middle
Throwing up on these
puking. I'm in the middle just puking.
You're in the middle of them both.
Yeah.
You guys friends? Oh, I'll sit right between you guys.
how did they line you up? Like that?
I sit on the fucking outside. No, I think it's like a weight distribution
One
thing.
of those enclosed ski lifts.
No, it was open.
Okay. Oh,
No, thank God. Yeah, it was open. So on the,
She's
you
throwing
can't
up
do
on
anything.
you.
You can't say, "Oh, I got to get out of here and duck out again." I already escaped.
Time to fall off the ski lift again.
I've been on this road before. Hey.
Later, kids.
Lean back. I go, kids, lean back. You don't want to fall off. I've done this before. I'm gonna start puking. So while I'm
closed, I believe.
But while I'm puking, the kids are maybe a little freaked. So you've got to calm them down by saying, "I'm a handler." Don't worry, kids. I've got this. Just watch me on the slopes, bitches.
Oh my God.
And then
So it all ended well. I went on the ski lift and went back down and hit up the hot tub.
We had a good run on the slopes.
I've
They
only
never
ever-
gave me poles. I was skiing without poles. That was kind of weird. I was like, okay, I guess I don't need these. They just never gave me them. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like 10 years old. I'm like, fuck, whatever. All right. So I get on there. I do this little ski class. The instructors teach me, and I'm with some other girl, and all of a sudden I'm just like, okay, I'll do the French fry and the other thing, pizza crust and the French fry. Got that down pretty quick. How to stop and go, which is pretty easy. And I'm like, okay,
I could have used the pizza slice.
Go lean on one. Okay, I got this. I start going side to side, and the instructor's like, well, you just sit here. I'm just gonna work with her, and
Good luck.
just don't get hurt, I guess, and we'll meet you at the bottom. And I'm like, okay. And so I like go.
These guys are
I
so
go
cavalier.
off and I'm like, and I don't have ski things. I'm like going into those little things in the woods, like on those little tracks. I fucking like just fly off the track and slam into a tree, and I'm like, and I like slowly go back to the middle, and she's like, the instructor comes back, like, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm all right, you know. She's like, you're really good. This is the first time I've ever been skied. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I don't really know what's going on.
You really folded a tree so good.
Yeah, and
really
so
showed
we didn't
that
even like
tree
do
who's
the bunny
boss.
hill. Like you figure you'd start on the bunny hill. She
Just
was
put you on the
let's
black.
get on this.
Put you on the black diamond.
I'm like, I played hockey. I'll be fine. But this other girl
That's
had
how.
no idea what she was
That's what
doing.
gets you every time.
Yeah,
So
the
this other girl
hockey,
was
false confidence.
way over her head. I was out. I mean, honestly, I was fine. I didn't have the sticks.
You could defend yourself in a bear-like attack.
No, I just had to hustle.
Speaking
I
of hustle,
had a good stride.
speaking of Hustle City,
Like us on Facebook, download, subscribe on iTunes.
yeah, you know, guys,
You
it's a
can
community, man.
You
If
can
you've
even
got
get at us on
something,
Potomatic.
oh jeez, if you've got something hilarious or terrifying to say,
It is getting close to the Halloween season.
We like
send
your
in
taste.
scary stories. If you want to leave us a voicemail,
Send a tweet.
if you wanted me to
Hustle City
say your
Pod.
name on the show, shoot me an email.
if you want to send like some kind of
Wait.
video message to the Facebook page, I'm sure we can link up the audio like with some voicemail like situation on the show. If you want to tell your
If
story.
you got a
We
question,
have internet access, which we don't know.
question,
Oh, yeah, not right now.
ladies, if you have any questions on how to please your man, feel free to hit us up on the Facebook and ask away.
Yeah.
And ladies, if you want to please one of us, feel free to hit us up on Facebook.
There are there auditions for that panel?
Interesting.
Never mind. If I have to
Sugar
ask.
interesting.
So, yeah, you know, it's been great. Now I'm more just, we want to end the show because we're going to start running pretty soon. And it
Well,
doesn't
that
make
guy
the-
with the axe does look a little menacing.
Oh, shit. All right.
Wait, careful.
Hashtag make cheddar.
Hashtag singing theme songs at the end of the show. No, wait, what's scary?
Hashtag.
What theme music
The
would you
Twilight
play
Zone.
here? What theme music would you play here? And everybody can just imagine it.
Just the opening to Paint It Black.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Whoa.
For all my life.
Oh no. Doom. Peace.